Hey guys, it's Louis here from Singularity Film, and in today's video we're going to be helping to set up a professional in-house YouTube studio.
The finished product is phenomenal.
That looks unreal.
What?
That looks class.
Yeah, that looks quality.
It's amazing.
Cool. WCD Group.
Hello?
Oh, hi there, it's Moss and Louis to see Sam.
No worries, I'll let you in.
Thank you.
Cheers, pal.
Oh wow, I got an auto screen. Look at that.
Being trapped up there.
Guys, you right?
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'll just quickly grab Sam and I'll just shoot down over it.
Yeah, cool.
We go through here. Here's our hard work.
Oh man, look at this.
So here we are guys, literally just arrived at the studio. As you can see behind me, the guys have got out some of the kit already, just got a couple of lights up on stands. They've actually done a fantastic job within this space. Obviously, as you can see, we've got the soundproofing up here across the three walls. Got a really nice brick background here. Got some LED lights, which we'll show you guys in a bit, running along the bottom. So it's quite a small space, but we've got some really nice kit in here. So what we're gonna do now is start getting set up with all this equipment, start getting it put in place, and then get to recording a nice YouTube video.
So one of the main things in a room like this is noise. We're in, 4 square walls, sound just reverbs everywhere. So we've just covered this wall in cheap foam deadening. So there's no echo, it sounds amazing at the moment. And then for the background, we've got these about £20 a panel, just polystyrene, made to look like brick, but it just gives a bit of texture to the background. And what we're actually going to do is move our workspace forward slightly so you get a bit of separation, a bit of depth, and then we can light the background and our subjects separately. So although we're in a small space, you can see it's pretty small, we should get a really nice result. So you can create a studio in any setup. One of the first things you want to do when we're setting up this space is just assess how powerful our key light is, and that's going to be our Aperture 300D. So we're going to get our C-stand, which we've kind of put together, but it's a bit wobbly, so we're just going to fix that first. And what's going on here? In terms of placement, we're working towards here, so yeah, we might as well leave that door accessible. So I'm going to say we're going to leave this in the middle of the room. The other thing to consider is you want your subject to be separate from your background. So the way we're going to do that is with our light dome too, with a grid on the front, but you kind of need to have it angled so that the edge of the dome is here, so it won't hit the background.
Right.
So I'm going to say, with a guess here, let's try and get it set up, and we'll see how we go. It's a lot. One piece of the puzzle is this grid, and this goes on the front, so on the next bit of Velcro. And this basically stops the light from spilling out to the sides. So once that's in, it will stay direct.
There we go.
So then one super soft direct light. So yeah, so that's a 30% brightness, but as you can see, you can use your hand to test out the softness of it. But as you can see, it's super soft.
Yeah, I was going
which
to
is
say.
flattering to the face and products as well. So you don't get too many glares or glints on things. It's just kind of nice and soft, and it's kind of off our background. So we can, if you actually stand in for us, I'll show you. So if you stand just here for us, sorry, but then I can angle this so it will be on your face, but hopefully not on the background too much. And we'll go a bit higher. You can see it's a little bit too harsh on his face. He looks a little bit like a murder scene, right? like an interrogation, like a police interrogation. So we'll bring the light round to the front more, and that should stop that. So 30-45 degrees is probably about right. We probably want to do our hair light, or basically a backlight next, which just gives us some separation and some definition to our people and products.
Right.
So that's all that is basically a light about here, shining down, kind of to mimic sunlight basically.
Yeah.
So to mimic that light, and it just gives a little bit of definition. So if you were to look at this, it's kind of there's no edges on anything yet.
No.
Once we put a light on the back, you'll see the edges and it will shine.
Okay.
So we'll probably just use one of these panels here. Yeah, so literally there, but as close to the wall as you can get it, and as high as you can get it.
Cool.
So yeah, so you want your hair light to be equal or lower to your key light. So turn that right down. You can just see it's just giving it a little bit of something on the edge without being too overpowering. So again, one of the most important things is depth in an image. That's like depth and contrast that basically go hand in hand to get a nice looking image, because it just draws your eye to the right thing, which is either the person or the product. So to do that here, we're going to move your setup slightly further forward.
Right, okay.
So we can have a bit of contrast between the background and what we're talking about. Yeah, just go right to the edge. That's it. So we've got 2 of 3 lights set up. So we've got our fill light, which is super soft, super powerful. Our hair light, which just gives a little bit of definition around the product or person. And then the last piece of the puzzle is our fill light. And that basically just fills in the contrast to this side of the speaker's face. So that's this one. So if we were to critique this shot, we're getting a bit of bleed from the light, which we'll need to turn off. So we'll get a Wi-Fi bulb for that. And then the other thing is our fill light is too powerful for our key light. So we're just going to amp this up a bit. If it goes on.
Don't look directly into it.
Yeah, and then you can see there the face is just looking way more rounded. Yeah, cool. And then we'll probably put the hair light up a touch as well, just so you get that definition. How's that actually looking?
Just on the side.
Yeah. Beautiful, mate. Look at that. So we've done our 3 lights. We think it looks pretty good by eye, but now let's just get our camera out of the box and get set up. So we're working in a really small space, so we think the camera's going to go here, but yeah, we'll see. So these guys have opted for the Blackmagic 6K Pro, which is an amazing big hit. Camera straight out of the box. We've never powered it on, right? I'm sure you'll agree it's looking very grey and a bit flat. So yeah, looks loads better, but we can improve that significantly just by bringing the camera back. And again, that's going to give us a bit of separation and depth between Rob and the background. So that looks great, but unfortunately we are getting our light in, so we're going to have to move this light out a bit. The other option is angling the studio diagonally actually, which could work. Let's just try it. Let's try
putting that into more of the corner.
Let's try it. Let's use a bit of the corner. So this is option 2. We're going to shoot into the corner. So it does give us some nice depth. And if we zoom in slightly more, that's looking pretty cool. But it just looks a little bit dark. So we want to add a bit of light to the background. So if we use this, which is our 3rd light, and we're going to make this orange basically, we're going to stop it from getting on Rob, just by closing our barn doors down. So let's just see what that's done.
That looks unreal.
What?
That looks class.
Yeah, that looks quality.
In the ideal world, our wall would be a couple of metres back.
I can ask, but I don't think we'll get approval for that. No.
We can't knock any walls down. But I think this is looking really good. So you've got your side lighting, and again, in an ideal situation, our light would be there.
Yeah.
So you could bolt it to the wall and have it coming down. That would be perfect. Then you do really get that definition and rim light on things. But this is a great setup for the size of room we've got, I think. These are super easy, amazing piece of kit. You literally just hold it on till the blue light comes on. Job done. So you do that with all 3.
Oh wow.
So this is your your receiver. So this goes into your camera, and you can see the battery life and things like that. Perfect. So when both lights are on, that means they're paired. Obviously, they're flashing low battery.
Yeah.
But you can also see the battery life of all three.
All three, that's nice.
On there. And obviously they're recording sound, so you put it close to you, you can see the thing. So you can use these as standalone things, just with the fluffies on the top and clip it on.
Clip it on, yeah.
But the better way of doing it, obviously, is to grab your lav mic, plug it in, and then that's job done. And then your receiver literally just goes into the side of the camera. So line out on there, line in on there, and then just clip this somewhere nice and easy, wherever. So we've plugged our Rode to go in. To get the settings right on the camera, we need to go into our channels and make sure they're on 3.5mm. So we're going to go left and right. So left, right, and then each speaker, each mic will have its own channel. You could, if you wanted to, have we've got in ours little desk lamps that just give a little glow in the corner.
Right, yeah.
Or you could set these to a set colour, maybe say orange or something.
With it in this corner, I think a little plant or something green.
Perfect. Yeah.
So we get a bigger one there, right?
No, I'm sweating. You know how many little doors I have to get through to get this round?
So we'll see. It might be quite big, but it's a bit dusty as well.
Oh, it looks dead, man.
Unless can you bring it to the side of the shop?
Yeah, you could bring
So,
it. That's a good idea.
Yeah, something like that. You've just got a touch of green.
Yeah,
I like that.
Look at him. That looks quality.
It does look really good.
So there you go, the footage is exporting. I mean, what do you guys think in terms of the setup today and then the look you get at the end?
Oh, I mean, the finished product is phenomenal. I mean, we said right from the start, anyone that's behind the camera looks better than they do in person. So I think that says it all, really.
Yeah, I can't quite believe that, when you set up the lights properly and you get all your background sorted and stuff like that, how good your footage ends up looking. It's amazing. You don't realise how much, how much that makes a difference.
I'm sure you'll touch on this in the short video, but for context, we are in the back of a warehouse. Outside their stock, we've got the technical team working next door fixing products. So, I mean, to bring that to life to what we've got now looks amazing. Pretty good.
No, it's cool. I'm pleased as well. And I think, it's a case of, you don't need amazing cameras. You just need to get the lights in the right place, have a nice backdrop, good presenter, and then, and you can let your product shine. So, and you can do it all in-house, super easy. And it's taken us it's taken us 5 hours,
Yeah. We've gone from, a room that nobody used to a studio that we can use moving forward. So it's fantastic.
Perfect. Well, I look forward to seeing what you guys create over the coming weeks, and we can always come back and give you an editing and grading touch up.
Definitely,
as and when. So
sounds good.
Perfect. Cheers, boys.
Nice one. Cheers,
thanks, Moss.
So there you have it, guys. Within the space of 4 or 5 hours, we managed to turn that small box room in the back of a warehouse that was doing absolutely nothing into a professional YouTube setup. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please let us know by hitting that like button and subscribing down below for more content similar to this. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.